Okay. So, story stuff, interesting. We skip all the cutscenes, so. So this is the sort of tutorial level, or the first one, where we get introduced to most things. So there we did a checkpoint reload, and that moves us a bit further forward, and it also regens all our energy. As you can see on the cloak that we have, it works like an energy meter. Oh, dang. That's fine. Forced cameras in this game is very annoying. The game tries to tell you stuff all the time, and it's going to force our cameras into really annoying directions. Oh. Yeah.
This is fine. This is very normal.
This is
Don't
fine.
worry.
This is totally fine. There we go. Yeah, it just skipped into the menu instead of the next level. But yeah.
Something very important to note is that he can only blink onto places that there are already shadows. So a lot of the optimization in the game is putting your cursor in very specific spots, oftentimes out of reach of your what you actually see.
Yeah. And we have this invisibility ability that we are going to use a lot during the run. It gives the invisibility, but more importantly, it regenerates all our energy.
Comes very handy and as a tool to go very fast and blink a lot.
Yeah. So we're not really supposed to be here, but it's fine. Most of this game is just being skipped, to be honest. At the start we had like a half-hour run, and now the world record is down to 9 minutes and 43 seconds, I think.
I think that's correct. Shoutouts to eShadow.
So, one thing also, when you use the invisibility, if you don't use 3 blinks fast after each other, you will get into a waiting state where you can't use any abilities, and you have to wait until the invisibility runs out before you can do anything. So you're going to try and avoid that as much as possible.
So something important to notice is that this is New Game Plus, which means we spawn with the abilities that you can gather throughout the run. Makes the run a lot better and a lot more fun.
Yeah, so now we're out of bounds. This level we're supposed to pick up a talisman, which is the girl that sort of revived us. She wants us to go around and collect talismans. But by just going out of bounds there, we can go to the end. That is otherwise blocked by an invisible wall. So here we get introduced to the archers. But we will not really bother about them. One thing to mention also, you get one shot by everything in this game. But it isn't that much of a problem when you move fast. So here we're going to do a very specific blink, and now we're out of bounds.
Yeah, the blink Jan just did there is very precise. A lot of the blinks he's doing to go out of bounds is very hard to get and has a few pixels wide where you can actually get them.
Yeah, so now we're just running past the entire level more or less.
Yeah, this was a skip we discovered semi-recently. There's the next level also has a new skip, so this game has become a lot faster recently.
Yeah, so there's 13 levels in this game, and the longest level at the moment is about just over 1 minute long. So this level used to be that you go and collect a talisman at the other side of the map, and then you return to this position here. However, if you go behind behind this starting area, you actually hit a trigger, and it doesn't matter in which order you hit the triggers. So the triggers you need is to that one behind the starting area and the talisman pickup. So by just going through that before we actually go and pick up the talisman, we're going to end the level by picking up the talisman.
This used to be one of the by far longest and worst levels in the game, but when the skip was discovered.
Yeah, and there we did a checkpoint reload. By reloading a checkpoint right after you blink, you will return to the state of the last checkpoint, but you will still be in the spot where you blinked.
Yeah. So normally you would either go to the checkpoint or you would die from hitting the water.
And there the level just ends. Saves about a minute. So this casually is the longest level, I would say. It is a really huge mausoleum, which you have to go around and pick up a lot of stuff, or destroy a lot of orbs. That's something that this game really likes, destroying orbs. But fortunately, in the I think it was like the 5th patch or something, they opened up a path, and you can just go straight to the end.
That level is very hilarious when it comes to patches. It's gone through some stuff.
Yeah. I think during the 3 first patches, the game just became faster and faster. And then the devs actually watched the speedrun and started to patch those things out. But they were nice and kept the versions on Steam, so you can just switch between all the versions.
Yeah, these devs are really great for us speedrunners. They help out a lot and they actually care. That's very nice.
So now we're coming up to a pretty fun skip. You can do it in another way now, but this is pretty fun. By blinking into that light wall, like Aragami, the character doesn't like light, only shadows. So he actually takes a bit of, or should take a bit of damage there. And during the damage animation, you can't die. Otherwise, you will die from going into water.
We originally discovered that by getting hit or knocked by a guard down into water, but when we found out, that was pretty funny.
So this is another pretty long level casually. We're going around and destroying orbs again. But by doing that very precise blink, you can just skip everything.
It's actually a very hard blink. Boss fights.
Yeah, so now we have the first boss fight, and boss fights can be pretty RNG. This first one shouldn't be a problem, but you never know. So this boss you need to hit at least once with a drop attack. So by aggroing him to run over to that pillar, we can do it instantly, and it'll be just a lot easier to deal with the rest of the fight from now on. So we need to hit him 3 times before he actually dies. And in between you need to destroy the orbs. Oh, this guy is in a bad position, but it's fine. Yeah, just go there and kill him, and by skipping the cutscene you get this weird animation. So now we're coming into the 10th level. This is some military district. We're just gonna go straight through it.
This one has a lot of precise blinks as well. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so by blinking in very specific positions, you can go out of bounds in a lot of places. So we're going to attempt checkpoint
Very
reload.
good.
Oh, there we go. So you need to die before doing the checkpoint reload.
Yeah, Jan is using an audio cue, and that's the Aragami making a sigh when hitting the water.
Yeah. So now we're coming up to the longest level in the game, which is also a lot of interesting skips. It's really hard to really describe how much all of this saves, and because you just blink through everything really fast. And there's a lot of puzzles that you're supposed to solve to get past certain areas.
Yeah, there's a lot of sneaky game stuff. And all the blinks he's doing again are very precise, so if he misses some, that's totally fine.
Yeah. So those shrines that you see me use is to reset the powers.
Ability uses, you have 2 of them, so he needs more to go fast, to get more energy.
So now we're just moving here under the water. This area is really annoying otherwise. You have to go through a heavily guarded area and lower a bridge, which takes quite a lot of time. So by abusing the checkpoint reload system, you can just skip that.
Yeah, that was one of the major skips found as well, that bridge.
Ah, damn. So this area has a lot of enemies, so it's easy to get killed if you do something minor wrong.
The game wants us to go inside this tower up ahead, but we're just gonna do something cool instead.
Yeah, by blinking in very specific spots, you can actually blink up through this tower. This is one of the things they patched out later. And these blinks are really precise, but they got pretty fast. So now we're coming up on the second last level, which is sort of a boss fight gauntlet. This was really hard casually. It turned out that just going really fast was the easiest way to...
Pretty sure
thanks,
this is
multi-winner.
pretty sure this is impossible without going fast.
But yeah, this boss is an archer, and she will aim at you for a little time, and then she will just kill you if you don't move fast enough or go line of sight.
So here's the final part of this boss fight. You have to activate these 2 shrines, except you don't have to. We can actually do the fight another way.
Yeah, this is a boss fight, but you actually never fight her in any way. It's just
It's a very precise blink again. It's incredibly tight, like pixel wide area he has to hit. Very good.
So now we're coming up on the final boss fight, which is a nightmare, really. And here's where a lot of runs dies, because she is a massive troll. So yeah, I'm gonna focus now so you can...
Yeah, so this boss is extremely not cool. We are using a thing called Banmoku, which finds her like that. So usually you have to travel around to like find her without that, which is very bad. We need to hit her twice and throw a kunai once. He blinded her, which makes her a lot easier to hit because she can throw fireballs randomly and instantly. So now he just needs to hit her with a kunai, and then she will go into her 3rd phase, and then he can finish the game.
And
Which happens time.
Yeah, that was actually a really good boss fight. She has a tendency of really troll you. She has a lot of abilities. One of them is a shadow ball, and she can decide to just cast it whenever.
Yeah, and she can cast invisible traps on top of chandeliers.
Yeah. This is pretty fun as well. If you kill her fast enough, she will be invisible in this final cutscene. So she is there, obviously. You can see it.
Yeah. You have to stay for the very end screen.
Yeah, and the end screen is pretty good. They still have... I'm pretty sure they still haven't patched that.
They have not. I mean, it's the best part of the game. So. And there, now she's visible.
Yeah, and she'll disappear again. There. Just skipping all the dialogue. So here's the... If you actually watch the cutscenes, here's like a summary of everything that happened. Turns out you were friends with this Shadow Queen, whatever. She brought, or I think she killed you, then brought you back to life, or as this
Back to Shadow.
yeah, as a spirit, to kill all your old friends. But you can't remember anything, so you got bamboozled.
Yeah.
Now she's back again. Yeah, this is a bit of a sad ending.
Any. Yeah.
And they both die
Yeah.
and live happily ever after,
Yeah.
or something.
But
Is that like Romeo and Juliet?
thank you for
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah. Okay, it skipped pretty fast there, but it says thank you for playing, and they still haven't patched that.
It's pretty good.
But yeah, thank you for having me, and this was Aragami.
Well, thank you very much, JanMumrik. It's a great run, actually, very skillful. I've not actually played the game or seen it, but actually kind of seeing that makes me want to go through probably a bit casually, a bit slower.
Yeah, it looked like a very different game, like graphic-wise, like simple but still yet amazing.
But the graphics reminded me a lot of Aragami, but also the style reminded me very much of Tenchu back in the PlayStation era.
Ah, yeah, of course.
So yeah, probably we'll have to check that out at some point.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of indie games. I think it was an indie game anyway that is well worth a try, in my opinion.
So yeah, welcome back to ESA. I'm Reverend Sparkle and this is Kirstals. We are hosts for the moment. We're just setting up now for the Psycho Fox Warpless race between Crazy Rasmus and Vitrim.
I have a question in the chat. I'm sorry for
yes,
for cutting
yeah,
you off. They were asking. Because the second is a little bit more chill and relaxing. I definitely recommend you to keep an eye also on the second stream because, like, for example, earlier today we had the Super Mario 64 relay race where we had 70 different people doing 1 star each, which was very, very different itself.
Well, I guess that was last night now. It's nearly 5:30 in the morning here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you'll be able to check out the second stream. I think it opens about 10 a.m. Tomorrow on twitch.tv/Geeky Goon Squads. So you'll see that coming up. So yeah, plenty more fun runs coming up there. I think for me, the 70-star stream run was a really big hype moment. I got to participate. I got to.
Oh,
do
you
one.
did?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
got to
think
do
I
one of
saw
the
that
stars.
actually.
Very, very quick one. Literally just doing a single jump.
Yeah,
it took
but
me a lot,
I mean,
which
it's still a
got us
1-star.
high. Exactly. So big contribution. But I think it was a really amazing event. Hopefully we're going to do that bigger and better next year.
Bigger and better is always better.
Oh yeah, certainly. I'm hoping either like a relay race or perhaps even 120 stars. You know, I think we can do it. I think we can make quite special.
Well,
events.
at least we can continue with the 70 and maybe increase from there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I've got a lot to look forward to. So very briefly, this is a stream event. We've been doing this for every year since 2012. I think this is the best year we've had so far. We are raising money for Save the Children, a fantastic charity.
A
does
help
what it says on the
organization
tin.
even that works all over the world to save and help children in need all over the place.
Yeah, so whether through education programs, outreach programs, they do quite a lot. We raised money for them last year.
Healthcare, I think, also.
Healthcare as well. We've already raised over $75,000 for them, thanks to your guys' donations. So we would love to reach to 100k, and I feel like we are now ready for our race. So good luck, Crazy Rasmus. Good luck, Beatrim.
Yeah, good luck.
Hello. Are you guys ready for some Psycho Fox? I forgot to take my shirt off.
Of course.
I think we are always ready. Is that a Tech Toy shirt I see on you?
Of course it is. You know it is, Robo.
Tell us about Tech Toy,
No,
Crazy Rasmus.
I don't want to. I don't like them. They're the Brazilians who absolutely love the Sega Master System. And they produced games well into the 90s. I think the last game was 98, I believe.
Sure.
Yeah,
I don't know. 97, 98.
something like that. Alright.
Just Game Gear ports, though.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is Psycho Fox. It's, yeah, there's no way of hiding that this is going to be some kind of a race. And we were asked like a week ago to do this.
Yeah.
Before that, we hadn't practiced in a while, so
It may go very, very poorly,
It
but
could.
we'll try to
we'll do the best we can.
do the best we can, and we can show you the ending because there is a warps run that's
Yeah.
pretty quick. So
Alright. Robo, if you can give us a countdown, please.
Absolutely. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Psycho Fox.